Okay. So Hare Krishna, we are so fortunate to have His Holiness Shamikrishi Maharaj from Khargaon, India. And Maharaj will enlighten us Srimad Bhagavatam 7.9.54 and onwards. So I think it's 53, sorry. So Maharaj, please take over the call now. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you for giving me opportunity to speak about these verses of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Lord Maharaj is specifying the Lord with his prayers. So this is only 3 verses are left, 53, 54 and 55. That's the end of the chapter. So I will go up to 55 verse. Some prayers. Om Agyantimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uttapadakammalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Harijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Sham He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vranda Vaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye नमो महावदान्नाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरतुषे नमः वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमा ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णा पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोकैर्भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. So when the reading Canto 7, Chapter 9, just little bit prior to this verse number 53, Narsimha Dev was pacified by Prahlad Maharaj. He could not be pacified by Brahma or Lord Shiva or Lakshmi ji. Then Brahma asked Prahlad Maharaj to go and pacify the Lord. He went and Lord picked him up. Narsimha Dev, his all the anger subsided. He put him on his lap. He was leaking his face and head, and he was having like almost tears that I have done so delayed in coming, and you have to suffer so much because of my not coming or earlier or interfering with this demon earlier. So Narsimha Dev pacified when Prahlad described the qualities of Narsimha Dev, who is devoid of material qualities. Nirguna. Krishna is Nirguna. The Lord gave up anger and he spoke as follows. So this is the I am pleased, ask for a boon. Gentle Prahlad, all good fortune unto you. I am pleased with you. I fulfill the desire of all. You may ask from me any benediction. Because he could give anything, whatever a devotee wants. So seeing me is very rare. So this is the verse of today, 53 number. Mam prinata ayushman darshanam durlabham hime drashtra mam punarjantur atmanam taptum arhati. Dear taptum arhati is lamenting. My dear Prahlad, may you live a long time. So this is Narasimha Deva is speaking. One cannot appreciate or understand me without pleasing me. So appreciation, first we have to please Krishna, then only we can understand or appreciate about Krishna. So in everything we have to please Krishna. Do everything that satisfies Krishna, and don't do anything that does not satisfy. That is formula 6 stages of Sharanagati. One who has seen or pleased me has nothing more for which to lament for his own satisfaction. If one wants to be satisfied, there is no, if one pleases Krishna, then he does not have to lament or hanker. Lamentation and hankering. These two are the diseases that we lament for what we have and we lose, and we lament. And then we hanker for which we don't have, we do not have. So one is completely satisfied by serving Krishna and pleasing him, because we are part and parcel of Krishna. If he is pleased, we automatically get pleased. If his stomach is pleased with food that we give, then there is no more hunger, there is no more crave for food, there is a strength is there, we could think correctly. So in this, we automatically please, we become happy, we have no lamentation or hankering for anything, and we are completely satisfied. So first formula here, it has been teaching that we should satisfy the Supreme Lord. Purport: one cannot be happy under any circumstances. If you want to be happy, unless one pleases the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If you please him, we would be happy. And everybody is looking for happiness, Ananda, Anandomaya Abhyasa. So Ananda would come by connecting with the Supreme Ananda. Raso Vaisa Rasam Hevayam Labdva Anandi Bhavati. Is Ras, solid Ananda, Ras means Ananda. And Rasam Hevayam Labdva Anandi Bhavati. Getting that Ras, we become Anandi, or we become happy, pleased. But one who has learned how to please the Supreme Lord need no longer lament for his mortal condition. If we have learned how to satisfy the Lord. So we will discuss about these things, that how to satisfy the Lord. One needs to satisfy the Lord, like one needs to feed the stomach, or one needs to put water on the root, not on the tree. If you want to satisfy the tree, see that it is green, you have to satisfy by watering the roots, by giving food to the roots. So he is the root cause of everything. Sarva Karana Karana. Krishna is the root cause. Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samudita. Everything emanates from Krishna. Aham sarvasya prabhava matta sarvam pravartate. Everything is coming from me, emanating from me. I am the source of all those. If we know that, then we satisfy the Lord by our service. Buddha, then he is the intelligent person, Buddha bhava, and he comes into bhava, the emotion, or that we say, that we surrender to the Lord. So next verse, after taking these 3 verses, then we will discuss more on this topic. Text number 54. Prinanti yatamam dhira sarvabhavena sadhava shreyashkama mahabhaga sarva samashi shampatim. My dear Prahlad, you are very fortunate. Please know from me that those who are very wise and highly elevated try to please me. So that is the duty, or that is the characteristics of a person who is very, very intelligent and very, very fortunate and very, very elevated, very wise, because they try to satisfy the Lord. In Lord's, even if you are trying, that itself means serving Krishna, satisfying Krishna. In a spiritual world, material world, you try and you don't get the result. Like you try to get into medical college, you are there, but if you are not admitted or you do not pass, it's all useless. But in a spiritual world, even you try, that is satisfaction of the Lord, that at least he is trying. I was in a, like we had arranged in Scranton, a big meeting with His Holiness Satsvarup Maharaj, and we prepared for at least more than 1,000 people. But ultimately, we prepared so much food from Gita Nagari and lot of expensive things. Sound system and lighting system and hiring a hall in Scranton, because Carbondale is a small town. We advertised, put flyers, pamphlets, but hardly 10 people came, attended. And I was upset. And Satsuru Maharaj told me later on that there are so many demigods, there are so many living beings. So don't be upset. You have tried, and trial itself is a that you have done your duty. Then it is up to Krishna to give the result. You are going to distribute books on the street, and then from somebody you may distribute 100 books in an hour. For somebody, it may be hardly even one book or no books at all. But you have done your duty. You have gone out in the winter and tried to go to the streets and try to give the hand out the book with some prize. And so one should, if they have done their duty, Krishna likes that. Krishna is pleased, and he does the same thing as if you have already sold the books. So same thing in chanting, that we do chanting regularly. We try our best and chant. But the more we concentrate, and more naturally Krishna would be pleased. But Krishna sees that he has done his duty. Like I asked Srila Prabhupada that, so mind goes so many places, either and there while chanting. He said that you are trying, you go on trying, when the mind goes out, you bring it back. You bring it back to the holy name and do your quota. And in the field, if the seeds are upside down, sideways, or doesn't matter, it will grow. So child does not know that fire, if he puts his hand on the fire, it will burn. He does not know that. But if he puts it, the result that he will get burned, he does not know. He is innocent. He never had any experience. It does not matter if we have experience or not. So same thing, like if we dhyate vishan, if we think over, oh, I'm very highly controlled senses, nothing would happen to me. But if you contemplate, then naturally you will get contaminated, and you will, so naturally you will become greedy if your desires are fulfilled. Not fulfilled, you become you become in anger. So naturally we should not contemplate. We should not think of some sense enjoyment. We should think of how I could please Krishna by chanting, and their methods we will discuss about them. So Prahlad is fortunate. Why? That he is wise, elevated, and he's trying to please. And we could also be fortunate if we try to please Krishna. Please mean the different modes of manhood. Even if you're in mode of goodness, patience, ignorance, but naturally it has to be higher modes to please Krishna. You cannot be pleased in mode of ignorance or patience. But sattva gun or Shuddha sattva gun. For I am the only person who can fulfill all the desires of everyone. So that is the important part, that he can fulfill the desires. Everybody has some desire. If it is a spiritual desire, naturally we will elevate and go back home, back to Godhead. If it is material desire, then Krishna will fulfill that. But then we have to be purified. We have to, our material desires has to be purified. We will get, and we may fall down also. Up, even if you are full of sin, api chetsu duracharo bhajate ma mananya bhag sadhu reva samantave samay bhavati. Even if you have a kama, sarva, you have no desire, or sarva kama, you have so many desires. A kama, sarva kama. So even so, apichet kama, sarva kama, moksha kama udardi, tivrena bhakti yogena yajit purusham param. That if you have desire, that you yajit, means you please, or you do, yajit means that you do try to satisfy or pacify the Supreme Lord. And he is the only one. We go to so many demigods, so many sadhus, so many saints, do so many, like through our hand, and you are affected by Shani or different. But all these things cannot do anything. Like Krishna's father, Nanda Maharaj, he was doing for yajna. For whom? Indraya. Then Krishna asked him, and he says, he explained to him so many things with karma, Mimamsa, and other philosophy. That if Indra, who is worshipping the Indra in the ocean, he showers water in the ocean also, in the Registan also, where there is lot of sand, it cannot grow anything. So we should worship Govardhan hill. And he persuaded them and he stopped doing that. Also, it says that if we kamastasthir hritagyan prapadyanti anya devata, if we worship so many other demigods, it is by kamna, that their mind is stolen, hritagyan prapadyanti anya devata, that they go to other demigods. And then if you go that, but it is, even demigods could give the results only if Krishna gives that. He does not have his strength to do or give any boons. So why not to please Krishna? And then that way we could be, and it is very rare to find. Manusyanam shastreshu kaschin yatapi siddhai tas yatatam api siddhanam kaschin me veti tatvata. It is very rare to find a pure devotee out of thousands who want to become siddha, and out of this, one out of these siddhas, thousands of siddhas, and only one may know Krishna in full. It's not easy to understand about Krishna, but if you try, Krishna will give them the intelligence. If he sees that he is trying enough, then Krishna will give them the intelligence. Then dadapi buddhi yogam tam, then yena mam upayanti. Then he can come to me. And the word dhira sarva bhavena do not mean in whichever way you like. Not whichever. There is a special condition to please Krishna. Not that you could please Krishna by any way. You have to follow Mahajano yena gatasa pantha. That whatever Dhruv Maharaj or Prahlad Maharaj has done, you go in that way. Initially, Dhruv Maharaj was very angry on his father that he did not put me on his lap. But then Krishna put him on his lap. And he was not disturbed by so many. He was given, there may be lion. Narad Muni said he wanted to test his sincerity, and he passed in his sincerity. So the word dhira sarva bhavena do not mean in whichever way you want. Bhav is the preliminary condition of love of God. So your bhav should be, so bhava bhakti and prema bhakti. So what is that bhava bhakti? Initially, like bhava bhakti means आदो श्रद्धा तथा साधु संग तथा भजन क्रिया अनार्थ निवृत्तेशा निष्ठा रुचि, and then nishtha ruchi, then you have asakti, and then there is bhav. It is preliminary to prema. So it is the preliminary stage of prema is bhav bhakti. So bhav means emotion, or a mind should be absorbed. It means you try, like emotion for your child, emotion for somebody that you love. So we develop, that is after stages of asakti. Then there is a bhav bhakti, bhavnatmak. Bhav means that almost you are just like Bharat Maharaj, Jad Bharat. He had a bhav bhakti stage. He came to that stage, but then he developed attachment to a little deer, fawn or deer, a little baby deer, and then he became completely attached to the deer until the end. Then he was thinking of the deer. Is he angry with me? Whether he would be, maybe he would be eaten by some wild animals. What I have done, I gave his. So he was so much lamenting, and then he had to take a body of a deer, and then later on, he was here on in deer body also. He remembered everything. He stayed only with the devotees. And if we do the same way that we stay with devotees, we serve, we think of Krishna, not like Bharat Maharaj got attached. And later on, he became a Chad Bharat, deaf, dumb, although he was very intelligent. And when the time comes to give instruction to Rahugan, he gave the instruction. Anyway, that is a different topic. So, in Bhagavata Bhakti Rasavan Sindhu, so bhav is the preliminary condition of love of God. Bhav does not mean that anywhere you put your mind or think of that or any emotions. That is not the way. It has to be done according to the Shastra. Sadhu, Shastra, Guru, and Mahajanas. So, atha shaktistato bhavas tatah premabdyu danchati sadhakanam ayam premnah pradurbhave bhave kramah. So the bhav stage is the final division before one reaches love of Godhead. Just like I told you the stages. Ado Shraddha Tata Sadhu. The word Sarvabhav means that one can love the Supreme Personality of Godhead in different transcendental modes of mellows. Sarvabhav. Beginning with Dashya, you could be Dashya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya. In the Shantara stage, that is before Dasharas, one is on the border of loving service to Lord. And oh, Lord is so big, I'm so small. What can I do? So they don't do anything. But then Dasha, they want to serve the Lord. Pure love of Godhead begins from Dashya and develops to Sakhya, Vatsalya, and then Madhurya. Still in any of these five mellows, one can render loving service to the Supreme Lord. Since our main business is to love the Supreme Person, one can render service from any of the above mentioned platforms of love. Means whether it is in Sakhya Bhav, whether it is in Madhurya Bhav, one is a parental Bhav, but still they serve the Supreme Lord. So service to the Supreme Lord is essence of everything. And that will please Krishna. And that is with feeling. Just like Duryodhan, he put all so many thousands of preparations. Duryodhan ko meva tyage, and he wanted to show that, oh, you eat, you are from the means, village, and you are not used to eat such opulence. So he will be attracted. But Lord, I owns everything. Where Duryodhan brought all these things. So Lord rejected that. He went to Vidurani. Auntie, I am very uh, I'm very hungry. And she came immediately after. She did not even complete her uh, clothing, but she heard, oh, my Krishna has come. My nephew has come. Let me go. And Krishna put his garment on this Vidurani. And she, out of love, she did not think. She was thinking emotional. She was crying and so much feeling for the Lord. Then she was giving, there were some bananas. She peeled, and in Bhav, she did not know that she is uh, giving the only the peels and not the real banana. But any Lord was very, very satisfied. Sabri, she was in so much bhav and tears coming. Oh, my Lord would come. She was waiting for years and years, and she will prepare, remove the thorns, because there were thorny trees, and that will thorns will fall down. So she will groom the road all the way from the main road to her house, and she will bring water, and she will bring berries, because in the jungle, what would be there? More or berries. And then she was, oh, if Lord has come, I should really. When he came, she was so much tears and she could not even speak. She would, oh, if the berries may be sour. Let me see which one are sweet. But she was eating them and then handing over. Please take. Then Lord ate that because he's eating the bhav. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. Bhakti and means by emotions that you are giving, then uh, then he takes the bhav. He takes that bhav. When Krishna and after killing Aghasur, there is one bhojan. Like everybody, Krishna sat in the center, and all so many thousands of gopas were sitting outside, and the little calves were grazing outside. And then they opened their food that was sent by their parents. And then everybody like, oh, Krishna, they will eat first and give it in the mouth. Krishna, this is very sweet. It is very nice. You will like it. It is because of the bhav, not that they did not know that whether he is Supreme Lord. They were in friendship. And Krishna ate all that. And his spices were on his achar and so many preparations. And every mother would prepare something differently. And then seeing this scene, even Brahma got bewildered. That I heard that my Supreme Lord would be taking incarnation and he is in the Braj. Is he my Supreme Lord? Is it possible that he is eating I mean Judah of his cowherd boys? How it is possible? Is Namo Brahmanya Devaya is more than any Brahman or his supreme personality. And so he said that let me test. And that way he tested, means he did prank and he took them all to Brahmaloka and put them in the sleep. And then he let me just see what is happening. He wanted to check, but he saw that everything is all like before. He stole not only the cow, small baby cows, but also all the Gwal Balas also. So anyway, you heard that he became all sing exactly the same as their voice or their venu, their lakdi, lakuti, and everything. And then they were in love with their mothers, because this all the cows and the mothers, that, oh, Yashoda has so much affection, and we could not even, we want to feed our breast to him, we want to stay with him, we want to decorate with Krishna. And they could do for everything for 1 year, as if, and that is Krishna. Although they did not understand that it is Krishna, but affection, the bhav was automatically there. Because Krishna is the shelter, Krishna is the Lord of everybody. Whatever we do is because of Krishna. And so Krishna was there in that form. Their children are cows' children. They had, because of the bhav, they were shedding. Means the milk would come out of the cows when they see automatically. The mothers were just dressing, embracing, feeding. Even they had no, means they were feeding their child, breastfeeding. Sometime like Krishna came after so long, to like 11, 12 years, to Mathura, and there was in the Mathura was Devki, and Krishna is coming there after almost 11 and a half, 12 years. But Devki seeing Krishna, immediately her breast became full, and she fed him, and Krishna drank that milk out. So that is because of the bhav. Now, bhav and prem, they goes together. So in that way, there is bhav is there. Bhav means a feeling, emotionally loving Krishna. Although it is a preliminary stage of prem, but it is almost prem. So text number 55. Sri Narada Uvacha Evam Pralomyamanopi Vair Loka Pralobhanahi Ekantit Ekantit Vad Bhagavati Nechat Tana Surottama Asurottama. Prahlad Maharaj, the best of the family of Asuras. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Narad Muni, so this is all is being told by Narad Muni to Yudhishthir Maharaj. And we are reading that about Prahlad. So Narad Muni is giving the story about Prahlad Maharaj to Yudhishthir Maharaj. So Narad Muni said, Prahlad Maharaj was the best person in the family of Asuras, who always aspire for material happiness. Asuras are always aspire for material happiness. They are Asuras. And Suras are one who aspire to please Krishna. So nonetheless, although allured by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, what did he do? The allurement that entice, that you take this, you ask any boons, I will give it to you. Your 21 generations would be liberated, and you could have the kingdom of your father. So he was telling many, many things that you could take, but he refused that I am not a merchant, I am not a businessman. I just want to see that you are pleased and make my mind that I never hanker for something. And we hanker and we lament. Who offered him all benedictions for material happiness because of his unallied Krishna consciousness. Unallied means without any deviation anywhere else, only for Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and his mind would not be on any another demigods or any other god. Krishna Narsingadev. He did not want to take any material benefit for sense gratification. Material benefits are for sense gratification. And spiritual benefits are to please the Lord, stay with the Lord. Pure devotees like Prahlad Maharaj and Dhruva Maharaj do not aspire for any material benefit at any stage of devotional service. And now you may say that he did tapasya, Dhruva Maharaj, to get greater kingdom than his great grandfather, than Brahma. And Lord gave him, but not at the when he saw Krishna, then he says that Swamin Kratarsosmi Varam Nayache. That now I have seen a diamond. I would look for broken pieces of glass. When the Lord was present before Dhruva Maharaj, Dhruva did not want to take any material benefit from the Lord. Swamin Kratarsosmi Varam Nayache. As a pure devotee, he could not ask the Lord for any material benefit. That is the pure devotee. In this regard, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructs us, Dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagadisha kamaye mama janmani janmanishwara avatat bhaktira hetu ki tvai. O my Lord, Jagdish, I do not pray for benedictions by which to achieve material wealth, popularity, or beauty. Oh, my only desire is to serve you. Kindly engage me in the service of the servant of your servant. He says that Narad Muni instructed me how to do, and Prahlad also was benedicted by Narad Muni. Then he said that let me just serve your pure devotees, or devotee of your pure devotees. Thus end the Bhakti Vedanta purports of the 7th canto, 9th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Prahlad pacifies Lord Narasimha Dev with prayers. So bhakti is the ultimate refuge. We should have bhakti. Prema. Bhakti means prem, seva, service. The 10 methods on path of the liberation are just professional practice. Only by bhakti we understand that your energy manifests all causes and effects. You are everything, subtle and gross. Martyas can't understand you, so Shuddhiyas engage in bhakti. So there are different kinds of bhakti. Bhav bhakti is also a kind of bhakti. So the Lord's shelter when. So anyway, there it's a detail what Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad's humility and concern. He was concerned for the fallen souls. The Supreme Lord's mercy. You have mercifully put your hand on my head, not on Lakshmi, Shiva or Brahma. You are reciprocal, not partial. I want to serve Narad Muni, who saved me. You proved your devotee Narad's words true by saving me. So in this way, only Krishna can fulfill all the desires. Everyone's, so we should worship Krishna, whatever that we want. And Prahlad did not desire any material boon, though he was born in demonic family and was eluded by the Lord. It was due to his unallied bhakti. That's because he has seen his father, he has everything at his disposal. But he was ultimately killed. Why he should ask for the same thing, same gold? Hiranya means gold, and Kashipu means soft bed and sex life. So he did not want all this. In the material world, he refused for all of those things. So we'll discuss about these things, what we discuss. Lamentation means shok or chinta, and hankering is a desire for more and more. We desire many things. To please Krishna is to please us only. If we please Krishna, we automatically become pleased. As I told you, that if we put food in the stomach, we get satiated, our hunger gets away, and then we become stronger. Same thing, if we want to please us, please Krishna. And we are his part, we are his anga, then we get happy. So in Bhagavatam, there is 1:14-16 Bhava Bhakti, it has been described. So there are different stages of bhakti, like Ado Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sangha. So one worships Nityananda Prabhu. He is Adosh Darshi. He does not see any dosh in his devotees. And Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very, very merciful. Namo Mahamadannaya Krishna Prema Pradayate. He gives prema. Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratushenam. That is Krishna, but he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishnaya Krishna Namne Gauratushenam. To such name Chaitanya, I pay my humble obeisances. So we have to have sincerity, and so sincerely hearing and leave everything up to Krishna. You chant his holy name, you depend on him. Sharanagati. Sharanagati means 6 limbs. You do everything for Krishna and to please him, and one that pleases does not please Krishna, don't do that. And then you have him like that he would be my maintainer. He would be maintainer. He would be like my husband, and depend on him completely for everything. Now, whenever you sleep, you chant his name. When you wake up, chant his names. When you do any work, any job, chant his names. So everything is think of Krishna all the time. Tailor made means Krishna will make according to, he will do it according to exactly what we need. Krishna will give it to us. Not that we fulfill our desire, uh, that let me fulfill your desire. मेरी चाही करन की जो है तुम्हारी चाह, तो अपनी चाही करो, वह है मेरी चाह। मेरी चाही हो वही जो है तुम्हारी चाह, तुम्हारी अनचाही कभी मत हो मेरी चाह। तुम्हारी चाही में प्रभु है मेरा कल्याण, मेरी चाही मत करो मैं मूर्ख अनजान। That whatever you want, you do it. I am fool, I do not know. So we, material world, we take certain risk, calculated risk. But here, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj is saying that you don't have to take it, just take shelter of Krishna, and there is no risk of whatever it is. If something that happening bad also, that is Krishna's mercy. Why? Because we have paid our previous sins, or he gives us hardly a needle, although we should have been on the suli, or we should have been so many things that you think that Krishna, it is happened because of Krishna. But first thing we have to know how to depend on Krishna and how to please him. Just by pleasing Krishna, we don't have to do any repetition of birth and death. Previously, people come into so much emotions. Oh, Ganpati or baby Krishna is drinking milk, and people bought so many milk, and the market price was gone so much. But we see, we offer to Krishna, and he says, Ashnami Pratatmana. So he eats that, whatever bhoga you give, then and we chant, take his prasad. In Jagannath Puri, he eats so much, so many times. So what is the big thing on Ganpati? Ganesh is drinking milk. Or Bal Gopal is drinking milk. Whether it is true or not, whatever it is, yes, it is true. But Krishna, you are every day we offer in the temple 6 times. In our home, we at least offer 3 times, and he's taking that. Do you think that we are doing just ritualistic and not that Krishna is not eating? We say that we are eating prasad. So it is there. Anyway, one time there was so much propaganda. Many times there are propagandas. There was propaganda when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he had Kala Krishna with him, one of Badbhadra. That Krishna has reappeared, and people are going to see him on Kalia Ghat or on the Yamuna river, and please let me go. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu slapped him on his face, that Krishna, where it is described, and who told you that it is Krishna. So anyway, the next day, when Brahman came and he was narrating that it was a boatman and he was fishing and he had a light, and so people thought that the light is the boat's front part, shown as if it is a hood, Kalia's hood, and there was shining part of the lamp was there, that was like a jewel on them, and there was light, and many people, thousands of people went to the site of the Yamuna to see this, that Krishna has reappeared again. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu clarified, and so he is the Supreme Lord, he knows that there is no appearance of Krishna now in this Kali Yuga. So he slapped him. Then he could not say. He said that go back. I don't need your company. He was sent. So one cannot be happy without pleasing Krishna. That should be Dharma Sunistita Pumsha Vipraksena Kathasuya Notpadaye Diratim Shamayevahi Kevalam. You are grinding the husk, doing so many effort to get what you want, but you cannot get it without pleasing Krishna. If Krishna is pleased, he will give you what is necessary, but without pleasing Krishna, everything comes from Krishna. He is the one who is giving. So why unnecessarily do the labor of beating the husk from which the rice has been taken out? So sometimes people, they talk like I'm sitting on a chair. So people are sitting on a chair with like on a Vyasasana, and they talk. So but they talk, it is easy. But to apply in your life, that is something different. And whatever teaching is there, you should apply in your life and do it, show it. An example, is better than precept. Precept is that theoretically you show them, but an example is always better. Root of all diseases or all the problem is lack of Krishna consciousness. And what is the cure? Is to take back to Krishna consciousness. Means always think of Krishna. So Manushya now it is very rare. 100 सुनार की और 1 लोहार की. That little hit, and then one लोहार. So he has a gun and he just cuts it off. All the attachment he cuts off. So constant for what is required is constant hearing is required. Be prepared for worst, hope for the best. So many obstacles are there. So prepare for the worst. How to please Krishna? So that is the main important part. So we should be merciful to all the living beings. We should be satisfied in all circumstances. That Krishna is there, he is my protector, he is my maintainer, and then he will protect me. So we should be satisfied in all circumstances and santust, yena kenachit, whatever way, then controlling senses from sense enjoyment. Like eyes are going, all the senses that want to. We should do chanting, darshan of Krishna, and appreciation of Krishna. Krishna has made. So these are the 3 things, if one can remember. Mercy to all the living beings means bring them back to that is the Jive Daya. Name Ruchi. And then Vaishnava Seva. And we should be satisfied in all circumstances. And we should control our senses from sense gratification, from any enjoyment. Krishna prepared for चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं गुणकर्म विभागसः तस्या कर्तारम् अभिमां विद्या कर्तारम् अव्ययम्. Haritoshnam, main thing to satisfy Hari. And so Krishna is prepared. So it's not that one has to be a Brahman or sannyasi or to please Krishna. Any world, any kind of people, whoever serves Krishna, even is a low born, whatever it is, even Chandal or meat eater, they could please Krishna. Not that you need any special. So, and then you should be able to tolerate matra sprashasta konteya sitoshna sukha dukkada agama paino nityam nasti dikshava bharata. That we should tolerate when such things come. Where am I? We should tolerate all this thing. So we have to satisfied with what, who is your spouse, you should be satisfied. You should be satisfied with your food, amount of wealth, you should be satisfied. Don't get satisfied. So these 3 things that you should be satisfied: spouse, food, and wealth. And you should not be satisfied with how much scriptural studies, chanting, and charity. Don't even look how I have given so much and I am so much charitable. So don't think of that. You should not be satisfied. Give more and more to Krishna like service. Scriptural study, I have studied all the Vedas. Although these are not necessary, what Krishna needs is your emotion, how to please him. But anyway, these are the chanting, charity, and scriptural studies. One should not be satisfied. Bhava means bhavana, which is inside in your inner heart. In prema, bhava is purvanurag. Adar Shraddha. Adar Shraddha Tatha Sadhu Sangha, we talked about that. Then after bhakti, there is Ananya Prem. Ananya Prem means only to Krishna, nobody else. It's like you see in Mirabai. He did not care about husband or Loklaj or gopis, did not care about this. You could see Draupadi, that she's asking to please. It's anyway that Krishna came and protected her. So there are many, many examples. Shabri is feeding Jutha bear. So Mirabai saying, Mera to Girdhar Gopala, दूसरो न कोई. जाके सिर मोर मुकुट मेरो पति सोई. मैं तो सांवरे के रंग रही. That is her mind or emotion is in Saura, Krishna. Anukulasya, that is Sranagati that I told you before. Anukulasya Sankalpa
Hare Krishna,
Pratikulasya Varjana.
Hare Krishna, Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Rama, Hare Krishna.
Oh, can one stop the background talking, please? So, and then if there is any questions, you could discuss. I will end in just few minutes. So, the Nauda Bhakti we talked about, but this, what is this Sharanagati? And we should depend fully on Krishna. Anukulasya Sankalpa Pratikulasya Varjana. That you do Anukul, that is in your Sankalpa, that I do everything to please Krishna. Pratikulasya, if it is anything against, I would not do. Rakshakshati de Vishwaso, we should have firm faith in Krishna that he will protect us. Rakshakshati de Vishwaso, Gopatratve, we should please him, please Krishna, and select him that he will be our maintainer, our like a husband has to maintain. Then Atma Nikshepa, you throw in front of Krishna. Atma Karpanya, we should have, not feeling that I am so great or I am doing this. We should feel completely shelterless or nisanga or in a way that we are completely dependent on Krishna. And lowly, Karpanya dosho pahata swabhav, that I'm completely confused, I do not know what to do. So anyway, Karpanya means dayaniyata, and dayaniya, and have no shelter other than my dear Lord, other than you. Then Krishna will take care of such a person. And that's what the teaching of this whole talk is, to satisfy Krishna and please him, and automatically we will be happy. It's like one cannot appreciate or understand me without pleasing me. So by pleasing him, we can understand more. And Dadami Buddhi Yogam. He will give the intelligence that we will understand Krishna. So I am the only person who can fulfill all the desires of everyone. He is the one who is fulfilling all the desires. So that is, and I was thinking of reading if there is any questions. Otherwise, I was thinking of going delivery to the next chapter. This chapter is ended. Prahlad, the best among the exalted devotees. So if you have any comments or questions, then we discuss that. And if you are not, there is still 5-10 minutes are left in an hour. So if anybody has any questions, please, one can raise their hand and we could discuss.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Danupnam, Jashupad.
Hare Krishna, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Maharaj, you mentioned three things should not be given up, and you mentioned something you should always not satisfied and satisfied. Can you repeat that?
Yes. Three things to be satisfied with his spouse, not that, oh, she's not good and she's not ugly. And Prabhupada initially thought that my wife is not that. He wanted to select some beautiful one, but his father consoled him that will create more problems. Just whoever has come by the destiny, you marry her. So he married. So his spouse, food, oh, I will go to hotel and home food is not good, and let me have this chart in the market and eat anything or drink anything. So we should be satisfied with sattvic food and amount of wealth. It is according to your destiny, you may have more money or less money, but you should be satisfied with your wealth. And no, we should not get satisfied by a scriptural study, that whatever you are studying, or you have to know more and more, but not that we read so many books, but make it solid, make it concentrated. Make it like boil the milk, Prabhupada says. So should not be with, don't get satisfied with scriptural study, chanting. Oh, I have chanted my round. Now I can do any damn thing. No, go on chanting more and more. Always chant early morning while sleeping, in the early Brahma Muhurta you chant. Then anytime, don't waste your time. Just spend your time in chanting the holy name and remembering Krishna. And charity, that I have given so much. So don't, you go on giving, because everything belongs to Krishna. So charity, chanting, and scriptural studies, that you should not be satisfied, and you should be satisfied with spouse, food, and amount of wealth.
Thank you, Maharaj. That's very important to remember.
Okay.
We have it otherwise. The other way around. Not satisfied on this side and satisfied on the other side. So we have to get our priorities right. Thank you, Maharaj.
Right.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So anyone else has any comments, questions? Not that many people come to attend this. I see there are 12 people, 12 participants. I don't know how to. Anyway, that's good. So anyone has any comments, questions?
Hare Krishna Maharaj,
Any
Dana Pranam. All goes to Sri
Dana
Prabhupada.
Pranam. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
It was such a nice class, picking upon the two nice verses of Lord's. If you put water in the root of the tree, the whole tree gets nourished. If you feed the stomach, the whole body nourishes. Yes, so it's so
Right.
important to believe this karma kandi activity is a way. Ultimately is to satisfy the Lord.
Right. So karma kanda, there is
Yeah.
no need of karma kanda activities. Karma kanda is for all satisfaction of your senses. It is not to satisfy the Lord. Any karma kanda, but if you do devotional service, and not like a merchant that you ask, वो मानता लेते हैं लोग, I will do this if you give me this. So they want to give 1 rupee and want thousands of rupees back. So these are business mentality. This is not a devotional service. And go only to Krishna, not any so many demigods and so many other matas and so many pitas and so many sadhus and so many scriptures, and be satisfied in service to Krishna and reading proper Vaishnava literatures, like particularly by what Prabhupada has written and translated.
Yes,
Prabhupada
and
has given in his books. Other devotees under him who wrote more to explain the same thing what Prabhupada is saying, like we are doing in the class.
Yes, Maharaj. Your references, your realizations, and your so many references from scriptures as well as what we should do and shouldn't do. They're so much valuable, and your association is so much purifying. Please grace us with your purifying association in the future.
I want to get purified, Prabhu. So by speaking your association of the senior Vaishnava, they are very much needed, because we have been in a contaminated stage from time immemorial. It won't just go away that soon, but we should have a firm faith in Lord that we are trying to satisfy him. He will be satisfied, and our all the lamentation would go away. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else has any comments or questions?
Yeah, Brahma the Prasanna Panna Sochati Akangsati.
Yes. Sama sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim lavate param. You will develop one month.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So we end here. Okay.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya krapa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo
Krishnebhyo namo namaha. Anant Koshi.
Vaishnav Vrind ki jai,
Jai.
Pad ki jai,
Jai.
Maharaj ki jai.
Jai Bhagavatam ki jai. His Holiness Shami Krishi Maharaj ki
Ki
jai.
jai.
Thank you so much, Maharaj, for this wonderful class. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Bol.
Hare
Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna.